PEGTV Channel 15 Sports. You're looking at the CSJ Fighting Saints, the men tonight. Their home opener. They're 1-4 overall. They've played on the road, and this is the first time we get to see them at the CSJ Athletic Complex. And boy, what an opponent they've got tonight. This should be a great basketball game. They're taking on the Oneonta Red Dragons. And this game last year down at Oneonta's State College was a 4-point victory for the Red Dragons. And we'll go to the outside mic, and we'll get the PA announcements and the introductions, and then the start of the ball game.
Between the visiting Red Dragons of Oneonta College and the Fighting Saints of CSJ. The officials for this evening are Mr. Al Liberdoni, Mr. Chris Ogden, and Mr. Jeff Munger. Those are your officials. And now, before the men take to the hardwood, let's first meet the starting lineup for the visiting Red Dragons of Oneonta. Guard number 4, Bobby Fitz. Guard number 10, Shane Gillette. Forward number 21, Matt Latino. Forward number 23, Michael Grimes. And your center, number 44, Ryan Moran. The head coach of the Red Dragons is Vince Benici. Assistant Jay Mahoney. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Fighting Saints. Running the point, number 1 from New York, Victor Valdez. A guard from Moncton, Vermont, number 14, Ryan Kimball. At forward, number 31 from Fort Myers, Florida, Louis Carmo. At forward, from Cambridge, New York, number 21, Tyler Harrington. And your senior center from Manhattan, New York, number 33, Rich Ortega. The head coach of the Fighting Saints is Mr. Chip Grappa. Assistant coach, Mr. Chad Bliss.
That's the last team huddle we'll have before we get the opening tip-off. And again, Cocky and Coach Graffam leading up to this home game. He's changed the offense a little bit. He's tweaked it a tad bit. He's going to have more of a motion offense, more decision-making, and more fluid plays, putting on right on his players out on the floor to be more creative. We have Rui Carmo, number 31 from Florida, jumping center, and again, Saints in their home white uniforms. Beautiful CSJ Athletic Complex. And again, if you stay tuned at the conclusion of the ball game, we'll have the Sports Beat White Birch Realty Player of the Game getting their game shirt donated by Mark Benetatis. That's Valdez with the basketball. He'll come off to Ortega. Ortega wants to go on that left side. Gets it to Carmo. He'll up fake, be shut off nicely from going any further. That pass cross court, tipped away, goes out of bounds on his last touch by number 10, Shane Gillette. It'll be Harrington, Tyler Harrington, number 22, taking the ball out of bounds right in front of the scorers table here. We'll go through the rosters for both teams as tonight progresses. Kimball, you got to be on him on the outside. He's a shooter, a pure shooter, and you can see already that motion, the screens, they want him to roll off of him. This is going to be Rui up top with it. Carmel puts the ball on the floor, shot clock winding down here, and Harrington, that might have been tipped. He comes down to Ortega, up and gets it. An offensive rebound by Ortega, and Rich Ortega will get 2-0 to Saints. You see Valdez in the backcourt, along with Kimball now, joining him, putting some pressure. And of course, big emphasis all through the practices and the scrimmages and the 5 previous games on the road, defense. Create some easy buckets, that good defense, get some turnovers, and be able to get some push on the ball. That shot will go up and be off the mark, no good. Rebound, all white on the floor, and last touch though by number 21 out there, Matt Latino, and it'll be Harrington bringing the ball into Valdez, and Valdez will be picked up just about 10 feet shy of the midcourt stripe. He usually will break the press. And again, very quick team, CSJ. A lot of quickness. They have a good balance of front court players and then the back court guys who can bring the ball up and get them the basketball. On the turnover, though, they're going to work inside turn and tie the game up at 2. It's Ryan Morin with the first bucket for the Red Dragons. Oneonta State College, and you see Rui give the ball off to Harrington, and he's looking to go back door and gets it off the glass. Beautiful pass, and then the finish. We'll make it 4-2 now. CSJ with the lead. Home opener on Munger Vision. In PEGTV channel 15. Their website is www.pegtv.com. PEGTV. They're located in building 24 at the House Center. And this shot will be a 3-ball, and that's all net. First 3-point shot of the night. And that made nothing but beautiful twine. Grimes with the bucket. So Grimes will make it 5-4. Rich Ortega, 3 balls, long and strong, and rebound on the run. Will come out of the pack with it. Here comes the Red Dragons. Numbers weren't there. Good transitional defense by the Fighting Saints. They're going to dump it down inside the free throw line. The ball fake, the step toward the hole, and can't get the finish. Hard off the back of the heel. Rui Carmo will get the rebound, hand it off to Valdez, and they go to Kimball. Kimball yet to take a shot here in his opening half of play. We played almost 2.5 minutes. He'll drive baseline, get sealed off. He wants to get help there, and tipped around. Ortega will come down with it. He'll spin, ball fake, step up inside. Too much muscle. The big guy made the move, but then overshot the basket. And yeah, they want to get the pace going here. Both teams want to play at a high level of intensity and get the ball up and down. This is a 2-pointer off the heel of the rim. No good. Valdez will have it go off his foot. They'll go to the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball called now. And it's going to go with the Red Dragons, and that's good hustle by both teams diving for the basketball. And they're going to take the basketball out of bounds right in front of us here. It's going to be Michael Grimes, number 23. He'll be guarded by Carmo of 31 for the Saints. Again, Saints, if you're just joining us, in their home whites. And, well, it's an average crowd. We want an above average crowd. We want a full gym. You got to get down here and get behind these men's and women's teams at CSJ. It's Rutland's College, and I'll tell you what, it's college basketball right here in your backyard. 23 seconds on the shot clock, and it'll rim out. And it's going to be Harrington with the basketball. Another good job of a 1-and-out right there by the Saints. Doing good job on the boards. Up underneath. No good. No foul called. To the floor was Valdez. They've got some numbers. They have a 2-on-1, and the pass just took so long to get down. They get the finish, so on a slicing angle to the hole, off the backboard and in. 7-4, the Red Dragons. They'll pick Valdez up now. A little more intense pressure in the backcourt. And Durkee at the scorer's table for CSJ, getting set to come into the basketball game, and going to call. Yeah, he was riding him. Yeah, he was riding Kimball, and that's going to be a foul called. And that was called on Bobby Fisk. So actually, Bailey 22, Fuel number 23, and Durkee coming to number 15. So they make 3 subs here. And of course, the guy on the that you can really watch off that bench right there is Fuel. He's a 3-point shooter. He was one of the top 3-point shooters in Arizona, where he came from. Getting used to Vermont, getting used to the weather here, the colder weather. And this is Bailey with the basketball. He'll be pushed to the point now. And again, his job is to dish the ball off, set the table for things like that right there. Harrington playing that number 3 spot this season and liking it right there. He's a tough matchup. That's what Coach Graffman said. At the number 3 spot, Harrington just presents a tough matchup. And a good save. Coach Graffman getting out of the way of that. And that's going to be almost stolen away by Rui Carmo. Go out of bounds off from the Saints, and a 7-7 ball game. It'll be taken side out by the Red Dragons. And they're just going to bring it all the way into the back court. Smart play right there. A gamble, almost a steal, to drive to the hole. Up and going to count it. Yeah, took it in and he semi-dunked it, and he's going to get the foul called, and he's going to go for the and one. Carmo called for the foul, and that happened with 15:53 to go. That's the first foul of the basketball game played. 4 minutes, 7 seconds, and that'll rim out. No good. Harrington with the rebound. Tyler, like I said, one of the most versatile players in the league, will get the ball back to Bailey. And Bailey goes right down the center of the court, right to the paint, and get the pass back. And now he's sealed off along the baseline. He'll kick it off the elbow, go to Rui Carmo. He wants to drive, and yeah, they blocked him. Yeah. Liberdoni with the call here. Yeah, it's a non-shooting foul. It's on the floor. Nobody's in the bonus yet. Grimes called for the foul, and Harrington will take the ball out of bounds. Now you can meet these CSJ players on Sports Beat. Coach was kind enough to let his players sit down and give them 3-4 minutes apiece and let them talk to the community, and that's going to be off the mark. Rebound, Harrington up. Harrington will get it. Oh, last 5 points scored by Harrington. He got that out of the air. Nobody put a body on him. And again, an athletic group, a lot of shooters, a lot of good rebounders. And that's going to be swish right there. That's Fisk breaking the 9-9 tie, making it 11-9. CSJ down by 2. Early action, 15 minutes to go. 20-minute halves, overtime if necessary. Down to Carmel, up and, oh, what a job of reversing his body to avoid the block. Picked up the foul, going to the line, shooting 2. It's Rui time now at the line.
Ball whistled on number 23, Michael Grimes.
Yeah, Grimes will pick up the foul.
Shooting for CSJ, number 31, Rui.
And Ortega at the scores table for CSJ. He'll be coming in on the second shot. It's 11-9 right now. And first free throws of the night, and that'll be in there for Carmel. And a whole bunch of subs coming in for the Red Dragons. Led by number 12, Ronald Stokes. In the ball game, listed at 6'10". And this will be interesting to see how they're going to handle the size advantage now that goes to the Red Dragons down in the baseline area. Also coming in number 5, Maurice Lane came to the ball game along with number 3, Arrington. Those are all changes for Oneonta, and that's going to be good. And Carmel will get them both, and now Childs coming in, number 5 for CSJ. Yeah, Doug Childs coming in, so the Red Dragons countered with size, and the CSJ Saints countered with speed and ball handlers. So we'll see how that pans out. 11-11 to score, 15 minutes to go in the opening half of play. And that's Durkee up top. So he might get too close. He doesn't want to get burned. Nice rotation on the ball. They go down inside a low post. Ortega didn't give up space. 3-point shot. No. Rebound. No. And tipped around and got a foul call. Gonna have a push from behind. Now Stokes called for the push from behind. They had a couple chances offensively off the glass there, and this is going to be important for the Saints now to go right to the fundamental things. You know, it doesn't matter if your opponent is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches taller. You got to box out and do the simple things. So kick out, and Fuel will make the catch. He almost tossed the ball away. Now he could be the shooting guard. He can also play the point. He's a good ball handler. Ortega from the baseline had the shot blocked. And it hits the inline, goes out of bounds on from Stokes. Now, you don't see Ortega get a shot block that often. And that time, Stokes at 6'10", able to get out there. And Childs with the basketball, and he'll come inside, baseline. Oh, he bought a creative move. Travel call. Oh, I guess it was a little too creative. Travel call. And Harrington coming in the ballgame for Durkee for Coach Graffam for CSJ. And you're watching CSJ basketball on Munger Vision on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports. And I urge you to get down. Winter's here. It's cold outside now. Get down to the gym. Come on in and catch a game live. You'll love the atmosphere. It's well done here. Mark Benatas, the athletic director, is running a class act. It's a professional atmosphere, and you will enjoy your trip here. And don't forget also, Mark Benatas donating CSJ players of the game, and that was blocked. You can hear the ball get popped, baseline, help defense, out of bounds. It's going to stay down this win with the Red Dragons. Yeah, we'll have the Sports Beat White Birch Realty player of the game. They'll get their game shirt donated by Mark Benatas, and just a cool thing. Makes the broadcast seem a little more professional, and kids love it. Kids love to get involved in something like that. We got a foul called Harrington. I think 33, so it's going to be on Ortega, not Harrington. The way Tyler reacted, I thought he was going to call for the foul. It'll be Stokes taking the ball out of bounds on the baseline, and going to be a box formation. I'll fatten the shot out a little bit here, and you can see they'll just kick out on this left wing. They're going down inside, and boy, you can see the drop down help and a 3-point shot. Each team shooting a little cold from the outside. There's an easier way to make it. Just go above the rim and tip it in, and it goes 13-11. Red Dragons with the read, and Valdez will be coming back in the basketball game. Number 1 for the Saints. Started at the point guard position, got replaced by Bailey, got a breather. There is depth on this team, and Harrington off the mark with that one. He's hit one outside shot, a 3-pointer, and here's a 2-on-1 the other way. Oh, great passing, great passing. Yeah, and that'll make it 15-11. And the first timeout of the first half will come up, and it'll be the Saints taking a timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and I'll try to get through the CSJ roster for you. And again, Jim Graffin's the head coach. Chad Bliss is the assistant coach. Number 1 is Victor Valdez for the Fighting Saints in the white uniforms. Number 3 from Mount Anthony, just down south of us, Adam Clark. Number 5 is Doug Childs. Jeff Heiser from Polteny, a Blue Devil. Number 10, Lewis Watkins, number 11. Ryan Kimball's 14. Zach Durkee, number 15. Tyler Harrington, 21. Rich Bailey, 22. Bill Fuel, number 23. Nick Loomis from Polteny, number 24. Oscar Parada, 25. Rui Carmo, number 31. Rich Ortega, of course, number 33. And Moises Santana, number 34. And a couple things there that they might have touched upon, just speculating on my part. One of them's getting on the glass, boxing out. The other one, of course, is getting back in transitional defense and maybe a little shot selection. But again, just a 4-point difference. Nobody any foul trouble for either side. And Rui Carmel getting set to come back in for the Saints. He's going to the scorers table. This is Valdez back in the ballgame running the point. We'll go to Fuel. Now, Fuel's had no space to get those 3-point shots off. It's been pretty good defense played by the Red Dragons. See Valdez cut off on the elbow. We'll come back to Harrington. Gets the basketball back with Slice. Gets off to Childs. And no, front rimmed it. The rebound kicked out beyond the big man. Came back to Valdez. Goes to Ortega. Trying to bump. Trying to grind. Goes inside. And gets a shot. Ortega. Oh, that was Ortega time right there. And again, very, very smart young man. Smart player. Smart all the way around. He came up top. And boy, did he contest the top of the point. They'll give the ball back, and he passed up the 3-point shot, and they're going to look down inside to Stokes. There's the entry pass. They're playing defense from behind. There's the help defense. Somebody's got to be open. They swing it out for a 3-point shot, and that's going to be out of bounds. That's coming down. Usually they get stuck, they stay. Yeah, so Ryan Kimball and Carmel come back in, 14 and number 31 respectively for the Saints. And pretty much, let me do my math here. Yeah, it's the original starting 5 back on the floor for Coach Jim Graff. And again, Munger Vision back at CSJ. Glad to be here. Going to have the women's basketball program for you, the men's basketball games. Got Johnson State coming up for both the men's and women's, a doubleheader. Boy, that's awful close to the timeline. And that shot clock ticking down. Valdez inside, did it! All the way from the center court low going in. Valdez just made something out of nothing. You talk about being creative and letting the offensive be a little more fluid. Well, that was pretty fluid. Oh, what a great touch. Just didn't happen. Too much spin on the ball. Kicks back out. Stokes, who worked himself down in, made a sweet move down on the blocks. And Harrington sealed off. Will go to Ortega. All kinds of time to set fire. No. Rebound. Comes out. And going to stay with CSJ. See him take a look at it. And then it's going to be Harrington. Tyler Harrington coming over. Number 21 will take the basketball out of bounds. Gillette, number 10, back in the basketball game, along with number 44, Moore. And these are changes for Oneonta as they will make the switches. They're in the dark uniforms with the red stripings. CSJ in their home whites. Been a good one. We're tied at 15. 11:42 to go in the first half of action. And you can watch good basketball action like this all season long on Munger Vision. Ortega got inside. Bodies crashed the floor, and they're going to call a foul on Ortega, an offensive foul called on Rich.
Whistled on number 33, Rich Ortega.
Gillette in the back court, and he's being covered by Valdez. So Valdez isolated against Gillette, and they're just making him eat up that shot clock. 35-second shot clock. Now they're extending that defense. That's Rui Carmel coming up top now to the 3-quarter point mark. Morin's tossed across. The defense rotated around. There's no way to get the shot off there, and shot clock down to 18 seconds. This is a 3 ball, and it's going to go in this time. 3-point shot will make it 18-15. You see Valdez walking it up, breaking the timeline, taking a spin, works the middle of the court, goes to the elbow on the left side, kicks the pass off to Carmel. He'll hook, get to the free throw line, give it off to Kimball. His first 3-point shot, no. Boy, they ran to play nicely. Everybody dropped down on Carmel. They kicked it out on the right elbow, and just didn't happen for Kimball. Gillette put the quick push, gets it down inside to Morin. He'll kick it back up top, and boy, nice defense. Who came? That's Carmel that came running out. And Carmel got down the floor after changing the shot, goes to the hole, soft touch, no good. Rebound comes down, Carmel will go to the floor, flip it over, and it goes off, was intended for Kimball, and went off one of the Oneonta players out of bounds. Durkee coming in for Ortega for CSJ. Yeah, so Zach Durkee, 15 in the basketball game. They want to reset the shot clock. Yeah, they're going to bring it back to the full 35 seconds with 10:33 to go. It's a 3-point lead for the Red Dragons. Okay, they're all set now. They'll get it into Rui. He's got a nice matchup right now. He's got a height advantage. Shot high. There's going to be foul called on Durkee. Got to push from behind. Yeah, that's right.
Number 15, Zach Durkee.
So we stay at a 3-point deficit here for CSJ. And again, not only the basketball program, Coach Mark Benetton is working on getting the softball team in the springtime covered and the soccer team covered in the fall, so you can enjoy Rutland's College, CSJ, College of St. Joseph's. Oh, nice crossover move, open, fades away, and can't get it to cooperate with him. Did everything but made the basket right there, and Harrington going to bring the ball up himself, gets it to Rui Carmo. He's in the corner with his back to the basket. Again, see the size advantage he had over Gillette. Spun, hit the side of the backboard. He's looking for a whistle, and they got numbers. They're going to get the basket. Yes, they had numbers. They had a break. Valdez is the only one back, and they'll get the bucket. 20-15, the Red Dragons. 30-second timeout being called, and we'll switch it over now. We'll take the Red Dragons huddle. Try to get their whole roster in for you, and I'll start with number 2. That's Ryan Green. Elijah Juan Arrington is number 3. Bobby Fisk wears 4. Maurice Lane is number 5 with his back here in the huddle. Shane Gillette is 10. Joe McMillan is number 11. Ron Stokes 12. Kevin Walsh is 15. Brian Hooks is number 20. Matt Latino 21. Stephen T. Baker is number 22. Michael Grimes 23. Rob Fitzgerald's 25. Ryan Morin is number 44. And Edward Johnson is number 50. And Vincent Medici is the head coach, and he's got a 5-point lead with 9:50 to go in this half, first half of basketball. And we'll have Harrington and Valdez in the backcourt. Right now they're showing no pressure in the backcourt. Maurice Lane has been picking up at midcourt along with number 3 Arrington, and they've been doing a good job of keeping the guards on the outside, not allowing them to slash. Oh, nice play right there. That's what I mean. He just took the ball away, almost stolen back by CSJ. They hit Gillette on the trail, kicks, fires, rims out, tipped around. Morin got a piece of it. Lane steps to the hole, and yes, he got it. That's just out hustling CSJ for the ball right there. 22-15, Red Dragons with the lead, and that becomes the largest lead of the basketball game for either side. Saints have been down by 5, made that up. Kimball is pass cross court. It's going to be picked off. Lane will take it in and get the finish on the rim and in. And again, right now, turnovers at the top of the arc. Hurting the Saints right now. They're trying to make a longer pass than what's there. They're down by 9 on another steal. And the finish will not happen. Harrington missed the layup. Ball will come down to Harrington. He wants to get it up ahead to Kimball. Kimball at the elbow. Kimball in the lane. Kimball to the hole and gets the basket. The other end, Kimball. So big moment there. 4-point swing. They missed the layup on the steal. Saints come down, get the layup off the steal. That ball off the mark. Foul going to be called down inside. Yeah, got him on the arm. It's going to be on. Yeah, Arrington will be called for the foul. And then we're going to have Bailey come back in along with Fuel, so that'll become a new backcourt for the Saints. 23 is Fuel, and number 22, of course, is Bailey. So 7-point deficit at 24-17 with 8:36 go. Very quick pace here to this first half of play. You can see Bailey to Rui. Carmelo's got to get involved. He's a big part of their offense. He's got to find his stroke here. Harrington, no, he was open. Boy, nice rebound by Rui over there. Carmelo gets the rebound back to Fuel, and they'll reset the offense. And Fuel lost his footing, had his pass picked off. He's actually falling to the Fuel. And Bailey got back. I got a piece of it. He definitely got a piece of the arm. We're going to have a foul called on the arm. And the foul will actually go to Bailey. First foul on Bailey, and that's going to be the 5th on the team. Yeah, Mike Grimes now. Antolino Ortega and Parada at the scores table for the Saints. Will be coming back in on the second shot. And again, nobody in any foul trouble for either side. Both sides with 5 team fouls, and the shooting a little bit cold right now for both sides.
Checking back in for CSJ number 33, Rich Ortega.
So right now, Coach Graffam just getting combinations on the floor, trying to get some combination to click on a consistent basis out there. And a lot of it right now is just turnovers and not getting back on defense, and that shot's going to drop and fall in. A lot of time to make up the difference and get things straightened out here. They're only down by 8 with 8 minutes to go, first half action. Childs calls the play out. He crosses the midcourt stripe, and oh, nice crossover. Oh, and he lost it on the. Somebody got a piece of the ball when he's trying to slash through the paint. Look at the quick transition. Yeah, they want to stop the ball. Look where Morin got the ball down low and turns, kisses it off the glass, and then when you give him the ball below the free throw line, you're just giving a sweet spot up. It's hard to defend getting them. When you let the offensive player get the ball that low. And Parada, he'll fake, drive, and trying to pass Ortega. Boy, I'll tell you. Bailey got down on his hands and knees, and that was a good play. Who's it going to go to? It's going to be a white basketball. Harrington got in there and tipped the ball. Right there, Tyler did, number 21. Tipped the ball off from the Red Dragon player. And it'll be taken out of bounds by Oscar Parada. They'll bring it into Bailey. And the Saints, they just need to put a couple buckets together here. They need a couple stops and a couple buckets to then kind of find themselves. The defense has done a good job for the Red Dragons. Boy, Fuel goes up, and that's a tough shot. Off the mark, Parada's going to get the push from behind called. Yeah, he'd been boxed out extremely well, but still fought through, and he's going to be called for the foul, and that's going to be the 6th foul on the Saints. First on Oscar Parada. So one more foul on the Saints, and that'll be the bonus time for the Red Dragons. Yeah, see if they're going to pick up a little more intensity by bringing their defense into the back court, and there's going to be Bailey, number 22 there to pick up Gillette. A lot of it is that just they've had a chance to catch and penetrate down too deep. They're trying to meet the ball and stop the ball up top. Oh, look at that passing out there, Gillette. 3-point shot coming up, and now that was blocked up top. Ball came back, Gillette. Shot clock down to 10. Bailey with a steal. Bailey eyeing the bucket, and he'll take it in and takes the shot all the way down the hole. Off the glass and in. Tell you what, that was good. That was a good defensive trip by the Saints right there. Now, see, that bucket will pick them up again. The intensity level. I gotta tell you, the Red Dragons, look where they got the ball down to Morin again. Oh, it's hard to stop that. Yeah. They're gonna have to come up with a solution. They played the defense from behind that time, and Morin able just to walk his man right down inside the paint. It makes it 29-19, 10-point lead. And boy, Bailey took a long trip around, and it's gonna be off from Ortega out of bounds. Bailey had a little trouble on the corner getting control of the basketball, and that kind of threw the whole play off. And we'll have Gillette in the back court along with Fisk. Fisk number 4 will bring it in Gillette number 10. Let me catch up to the play now. There we go. And they want to dump it down inside. Again, look where Morin caught the ball, turns and gets the same results. 2 points, about 6 feet away. 31 first half points for Oneonta State, and they're up by 12. Last time we were tied was at 15. This is Fuel for a long three. Gets it. Oh, he gets it. Fuel. Oh, they needed that one. They need Fuel to get hot. He's a streaky shooter. He can start dropping that in now. He's the kind of guy who can pop 4 or 5 of those babies in a row. Boy, they had a jump step. They allowed that to go. It looked like a lot of steps, but it'll be a bucket. Fisk will make the basket the other way, and boy, casual pass. They'll get away. They'll get a break. They'll get a foul called. There's McMillan. Yeah, McMillan called for the foul, and it was almost a turnover, actually. Yeah, and coming back in is Carmel, number 31, Rui. And again, Fuel, who just hit that big three-pointer with the basketball. They're going to have Fuel run the ball up right now. They're going to push Bailey on to the off-guard position, and Rui, had ball roll off, his fingers taken away, and Harrington gets back there too late, though. Bucket on the turnover. Fisk with the bucket, and that'll push it to a 35-22 lead for Oneonta State. There's the catch. Boy, see he come right back over. Nice move and the finish. Rui along the baseline. Carmel will get the bucket. 35-24. Red Dragons with the ball. They've got the lead. Boy, they're going right down to Stokes to put it on the floor. Oh, great help coming down from the guard position. Taken away by Harrington. No jump ball. He just muscled it away. And again, that's that drop down help. They've got to have something like that on the big man. Rui Carmo, no. Still searching for a stroke. Harrington tipped it, couldn't keep it alive. And here's a long outlet pass. Taken away by Carmo on the other end. Bailey will slow it down now and wants to set a play up. He wants some traffic to go around. Fun Fuel to clear out this side. And that gave him a passing lane down to Ortega. The Carmel foul. Bucket gonna count it! The basket's good, and he's got the chance for the and one.
Whistle, number 4, Bobby Biss.
35-26.
Rui will be shooting 1.
So Rui at the line, and Bailey coming out for the Saints. Valdez coming back in. So Valdez will more than likely be pushed back to the point position. And really looking to complete a three-point play here. Has been a lot of opportunities from the free throw line for either team, and he'll be short. And the ball will kick way out and taken over by Oneonta State. They give it up on that offside on the elbow, and they want to bring it back up between circles. And Saints still in that man-to-man defense. That's Fuel coming out to contest the basketball. And got a bump, got away with it. They'll come off this side, and that's Harrington. You can hear the talking out there. That's going to communication. Stokes passes up. They back off. Smart play not to come out and pressure him. And, oh, yeah, he lost his balance, fell down, and picked up the foul. That's going to be the 1-and-1. Yeah, and then Valdez basically really just lost his balance and fell down, and that was it. And that's going to be the foul. And each team now with 7 fouls apiece, so we'll be shooting the rest of the way here, other than a player control foul. And 3:51 to go. Arrington at the line, and Gillette at the scores table, and Gillette allowed to come in, and he's going to replace McMillan. So in a 35-26 basketball game, Red Dragons trying to extend that lead from the line. And nope, I'll tell you what a job by Rui Carmel. He had a lot of pressure from Stokes behind him, who did a good job of reaching over, using his reach advantage, not picking up the foul, but then Rui just fought hard and knocked the ball hard off the glass to a teammate. Fuel, nowhere to work on the defensive switch. There's the dump inside to Carmel, take it away. Great help defense by the Red Dragons. Pass into the front court, and yeah, they're going to bring it back out and look it over. Yeah, you see Gillette with the basketball, got it back from Arrington. They'll go down in that far corner of the beautiful athletic complex here at CSJ. Stokes, he is surrounded by everybody in a white jersey, and I got to tell you, the next time he does that, he's got to look at the floor. Everybody else is open on his team because everybody in white jersey is around him. Yeah, I got a defensive foul called on the drive, the 1-and-1 coming up for Louis Carmel. So Rui. Yeah, the foul was on number 20 out there. That's Brian Hooks. That's the 8th team foul. And like I said, they'll send Rui Carmel to the line. And Nick Loomis in the basketball game, number 24. I said he's a Blue Devil from Poultney, Vermont. And Clark at the scores table getting set to check in for the Saints. And then Rui's shot will be good this time. Remember, he's a little short the last attempt. This time he'll get the bucket to drop. And they've cut the lead down to 8 at 35-27. And his second shot will not happen. So he's 1 of 3 from the free throw line here in the first half of play. And the ball being brought in the front court with Harrington trying to seal off. And Harrington's been solid on both ends of the floor here in this first half of action. Saints talking it up defensively. That's something they really work on, is that out loud communications that everybody can hear. Gillette, free throw line, then gets it off, pass up the three-point shot, drive in, and tell you what, Morin came in untouched, got the foul. That's just not putting a body on there, boxing out anybody on the boards, and it leads not to a foul and free throws coming up.
31, Rui Carmel going to the line, shooting 2. For Oneonta, number 44, Ryan Morin.
And so Morin at the line, he'll get 2 shots here, fouled in the act of shooting. That's the second foul on Carmel, 8th on the team. And with 2:33 to go, Morin will look, fire, and the first shot away will be no good. Both teams not too pretty from the free throw line here in this first half of action. Yeah, Latino 21 coming in for the Red Dragons. Yeah, and then a young man who played for Dan Sleeman down at Mount Anthony Union High School in Bennington, Vermont. Adam Clark, number 3 in the basketball game. Second shot up, trying to salvage 1 and 2 here by Morin. Will be up and no good. And Ortega, nice job boxing out, directing some traffic back there. We'll get the ball off to Harrington. He'll bring it to Loomis. Loomis fakes, baseline, fakes again, pulls the ball back out. Pass came all the way up to the 3-point arc, and the shot off the glass, no good. Loomis tips it around to Tyler, lost it. Had a shot at it, Gillette now. Pulls up, lets it fire away, no good. Rebound, Morin fouled. Yeah, just late getting down the floor, and Valdez will pick up the foul.
Also the number 1, Victor Valdez. Going to the line, shooting 2 for the Red Dragons, number 44, Ryan Morin.
Yeah, Morin was just at the line, back at the line again, trying to change the results. That Valdez with 2 personal fouls will be coming out for the rest of the first half. They have Bailey at the scores table, 2:12 to go in this first half of play. 35-27 as Morin 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Yeah, so Valdez will sit down with those 2 fouls, and they'll protect him from any more foul trouble for the rest of this first half of play. And I gotta be honest with you, just cold free throw shooting right now, helping the Saints stay in the basketball game in his first half. And that one will go 36-27. And Bailey with the ball will turn to Coach Graffin, gets the play called out, and of course being pressured by Arrington, bringing the basketball up. And there's the crossover, and he's looking to penetrate, taking it in, and who got it? Last touched by the Red Dragons, slapped out of Bailey's hands. And they're going to set the shot clock at 23 seconds. So the Saints with plenty of time here, 2 minutes even to go in the first half of play. And they'll kick it into Harrington. He'll go to Bailey, made a nice catch with some heavy pressure on him defensively. Loomis with the ball fake, and they'll work it between circles to pull it out. Plenty of time, still 15 seconds on the shot clock. They want to clear the paint, let the isolation happen. Loomis lets the defender fly by, and the lefty got it! Three-pointer for Loomis. Oh, you talk about patience. Loomis with all kinds of it there. Just let the defender fly by him, and then Conley reestablished his footing and nailed the shot. 36-30, lead down to 6. Saints on defense. Baseline opens up. Ortega came more helped out, and no, it won't happen. Looking for the tempo, looking for the push. Want to get the speed going. Yep, Bailey had to go back and get the basketball. Got sealed off that time from going any deeper. Ortega thought about the three, pulls it back down, gives it up in the corner to Loomis. Loomis, he'll work the baseline and try to get open on the corner. Ortega will hand the ball off to Loomis, and again, good defense by Gillette. Keeping Loomis going further and further out. That 5 count going, and there's the lob down inside to Ortega, and had it knocked out of his hands. And a 2-on-2 situation. Gillette to accelerate, takes it up, and that was blocked and put back up. It was initially blocked by Harrington, and Latino right in the right spot, got the ball back, and Loomis feeling it, again he got it! Loomis, what a spark off the bench, 38-33. Loomis with the last 6 points on 2 3-point shots. So off the bench and 6 points off the hands of Loomis, and it makes it a 5-point ball game for the Red Dragons. They have the lead. They've got the basketball. That's Clark defensively turned him loose. Oh, it's blocked. What are they going to call? Bailey got up there, and I believe he's going to pick the ball up. I didn't know if they were going to call a jump ball, but they will not. On the arm, they said. And there is no timeout called. And everybody went over to the coach. That should be a foul. Well, they can go over, but they have to leave the shooter out there. They don't need anybody on the line for 2 shots on the first shot. Latino, no. Oh. So he's got the ball back in his hands and trying to salvage 1 and 2. Again, their free throw shooting has been horrendous here in the first half, both teams. And Ortega will get it. Shot clock's out in effect here. It's only 22 seconds to go, so the shot clock's off. And the Saints, Bailey up, takes the contact. Almost got the shot to drop. I like it. Bailey just accelerated and decided to make something happen and did. Use that good speed. Stops the clock with 16.4 seconds to go here in the first half of play. And Bailey at the line. And now Heiser coming in, and Jeff Heiser will have to wait till the second shot. And then Childs, number 5, also at the scores table. And Bailey's first shot's good. Makes it a 4-point ball game. Then Harrington coming out along with Ortega, and then Childs and Heiser, number 5, number 10, respectively, coming in for the Saints. And all is happening with just 16.4 seconds to go. So after trailing by 12, they've got the lead down to 4, and the Saints, again, just being steady here and made some good defensive stops. And while Childs had it, lost it. Clark sealed off, will send it back out, and nice backup by Heiser. Gives it to Loomis, 10 on the shot, 10 on the game clock, 10 seconds. 7, 6, Bailey lost it out of bounds. Oh, he got on that sideline, man, had nowhere to go with the basketball. Loses it with 4.2 seconds to go, plenty of time. Last thing you want to do if you're the Saints is follow right here. They're going to put pressure on the ball. I like that. That'll make them waste a little time. Arrington splits the defense and gets it off for a good. That's going to count. It does count, and it'll go at the buzzer. And we'll have a 41-34 Red Dragon lead over the Saints at the half from CSJ on Channel 15 on Munger Vision. The basketball first to start the second half of play. They're down by 7 with 20 minutes on the clock. And it looks like they're going to have a little change here to start this second half. They're going to bring Loomis in to start. Remember, Nick Loomis had 6 points on 2 3-pointers out there and really was a good spark off the bench. Well, for his effort, he'll get to start here in the second half of play. Carmel with the basketball. Takes the bump, got a foul up top. Yep. And you see the call right there. It's going to be number 23, Mike Grimes. And 2 seconds into the second half, the first foul, team foul, will go against the Red Dragons. They're in the black uniforms from Oneonta College. We're looking to get into Carmel, and they'll do, and he'll go up inside and put a lot of English on. There's Harrington again, keeping the ball alive. He's had a good ball game for the Saints. Don't forget, we'll have the White Birch Realty player of the game at the conclusion. Oh, look good when it left his hands and just popped out. It was a good possession for the Saints. They got a foul called against the Dragons, and that, a 3-pointer. That was pretty sweet. Bobby Fisk. They'll bring the ball back to Valdez. There's that defense led up top, putting pressure on the ball. Valdez will hang in the air, and that should be white basketball. Yeah, it's off from the Red Dragons out of bounds. It actually went out from number 21, I believe, Latino. And going to be taken out of bounds by Loomis. Loomis will get set to bring the ball into play. Now go into the box formation, and they'll widen the shot here. And they'll just kick it off to Carmel, who just checked off and came outside. They'll wheel, and they got it. Yeah, it's going to be his second foul now.
Foul was on number 23, Michael Grimes.
Yeah, Grimes being followed right there. Now they're going to allow the sub to come in, but they're watching Grimes get a little emotional there. And Lane, number 5, Maurice Lane in the ballgame. So 2 quick fouls. That's the 4th foul personally on Grimes. Second team foul, both on Grimes here in the second half. It's a 10-point lead. And again, Carmel, they're trying to work that play, and this time it was just sealed off. Carmel up and blocked and taken away by Lane. They might have been looking for a call the other way. Didn't get it. Lane into the top of the 3-point arc. Will give it off to Gillette, and the ball just slapped away from not far enough for anything really good to happen for the Saints. They rotate the ball around, and Ortega with their action, I think he's going to get the call. Yeah, Ortega will pick up the foul. Right there, though, it's just a matter of rotating the ball around nicely all the way around the perimeter. 3 fouls on Rich Ortega. That's big for the Saints. So in 1 minute of play in the second half, we've had a bunch of fouls. And nice job. Great position by Harrington, and Tyler will put the ball into Carmel's hands. He'll make the catch, put the brakes on, accelerate, go through the paint, up underneath, and get it! Oh, that's a typical Rui Carmel move right there. That was Rui time, and 44-36. Lane on the baseline. Tough shot. The defender filed down, and the rebound on the offensive putback. Latino will put it up and in, and the lead will go back to 10. And Valdez, playing with 2 fouls, takes it all the way in off the glass, and will get it to drop. Oh, it took him a minute to get things happening, but now the team's starting to get the shooting touch both ways here. And we're going to have a timeout called, 30-second timeout called by Oneonta. And we'll start with 18:20 to go. We'll go to their roster so you'll know who they are. The Red Dragons have Ryan Green, number 2. Elijah Juan Harrington is number 3. Bobby Fisk is number 4. Maurice Lane wears 5. Wearing 10 is Shane Gillette. Joe McMillan is 11. Ronald Stokes is 12. Kevin Welsh wears 15. Brian Hooks number 20. Matt Latino is 21. 22 is Stephen T. Baker. Michael Grimes is sitting on the bench with 4 fouls. He wears number 23. Rob Fitzgerald's 25. Ryan Morin, 44, and Edward Johnson's number 50. And Vincent Medici is the head coach. And that is the first timeout taken of the second half by either side. And you see him getting set to bring the ball into play. Lane will take the ball out of bounds, and he's got Fisk, number 4, to work with, along with Gillette, number 10. And they'll just dump it to Gillette in the backcourt where Valdez will pick him up. They'll come to Harrington at the top of the arc at the elbow. They go down along the baseline. They'll turn, fire, and no. Weak side rebound. Lane had it lost. It goes out of bounds off from one of the Saints. I think Harrington or Rui touched it last, but it's going to be Red Dragon basketball. Now they're looking for some come off a screen inside. Didn't happen. They gave it to Gillette, back to Lane. Now this is open, and oh man, you can't leave Fisk open. Fisk is just hot from the outside right now, and they've got to get a body on him. 49-38, the lead goes to 11. Ortega with the touch will go to Loomis. Loomis, 6 points all in the first half, all from beyond the arc. That's Loomis with the ball. Yeah, you got to give a lot of the turnovers credit to the defense being played. Offensive rebound, and Carmel will take it, and Keel get it. Offensive putback. Carmel with a 3-pointer. on an offensive rebound. Nobody contested him. He stepped out and just had time to square up and fire away and get the three-point shot. Oh, great push in the front court. Valdez knocked it away from behind. It's going to stay black basketball. Kimball, number 14, coming in for Loomis. So Ryan Kimball looking to get on track offensively. He is a torrid offensive player. When he gets hot, he's hot, but they need him to get hot now. Down by 8 with 17:25 to go in regulation. Fisk will get it in Gillette, and he'll swing it off the lane. That's going to be Carmel. There's Fisk, open off the screen, and no. Long rebound, long shot, comes to Kimball, pick up off the floor, give it to Valdez. He was open, it just didn't happen for him. Ortega, pulled it down. Thought about it, pulled it down. They're going down inside, tough pass. Needed a little more air underneath the basketball. We're looking for Harrington, and it just wasn't there. And that's tipped the other way, and they exchange turnovers. Up ahead to Carmel, might be too much of a lead. I'll tell you what, they're looking for Kimball, and he just got caught in between a pass and a shot. It became a turnover. Carmel might like to have that one back again and just continue through with his shot. So we've had cold shooting to start, then each team got hot, and then a little spell of turnovers both ways. 16:41 to go in the second half of play. And Red Dragons with the ball. Lane killed a dribble up high. Now come off to Fisk now. Kimball, Kimball. Got him pushed way back. 9 on the shot clock. Lane with the ball. 7 on the shot clock. And Harrington coming out and gets a hand up, and boy, a nice defensive trip by the Saints. Really good defensive trip by the Saints. Ortega with the rebound, takes the dribble and give the ball off to Valdez. And Victor Valdez will come back to Ortega. Faked inside, came back to Kimball, and Kimball was making the cut, and the pass came out, and it's a turnover. Yeah, we have a full timeout taken by Coach Jim Graffam. And this will give me plenty of time to tell you that more CSJ basketball coming up, both men's and women's. There's a doubleheader on December 5th, starting with the women's game at 6, the men's game at 8 o'clock. And for the roster, we have Victor Valdez, number 1 for the CSJ Saints. Number 3 is Adam Clark. Doug Childs is number 5. Jeff Heiser is number 10. Lewis Watkins wears 11. Ryan Kimball, 14. Zach Durkee is number 15. Tyler Harrington is number 21. Rich Bailey is 22. Bill Fuel is 23. Number 24 is Nick Loomis. 25 is Oscar Parada. Wearing 31 is Rui Carmo. Rich Ortega, 33. And Moises Santana, number 34. That is your 2007-2008 Fighting Saints. And again, watch for Saints basketball all season long on Channel 15 Sports, Munger Vision. But hey, it's better in person. Get down to the gym, watch a game live. Come catch a college basketball game right here in your own backyard. Beautiful, beautiful facility to come watch a game. Clean and great seats and good lighting and everything you need to see, and good basketball. As you can tell tonight, these two teams, the 49-41 game. You see Latino will bring the ball into play to Gillette. Has a full timeout taken. First timeout taken in the second half by the Fighting Saints. Each team has taken a timeout now. Kimball on Fisk, and they need to keep a body taped right to Fisk. He's been the offense here in his second half. That shot's up away, no good. Rebound will come down. Big comes right down to Bailey. Bailey back in the basketball game. And along with Parada. Parada's checked in along with Bailey. Parada puts it on the floor, gets control of the basketball, and had it slapped away just a little bit. No damage done. And picked up by Kimball. No space to get the shot off. Kimball baseline goes up, and Fisk got a piece of it, and Fisk was out of bounds. No foul. It's just that he caught the ball after he blocked it out of bounds. It'll be white basketball along. Kimball, on the other hand, was looking for a foul the other way when he shot, so he got hit on the arm. Nobody happy on the calls. They'll come up top to Parada, made a nice catch, made an adjustment on the throw. He'll drive, foul, will it count? Oh, if it would have counted, it would have gone. They're going to call a foul, and Oscar's going to the free throw line. That'll be on Lane. Lane will pick up the foul, and it should be 2 shots coming up for Oscar Parada. Boy, did they call that on the floor? Okay. Well, they called it on the floor. No shots coming up. And they'll just bring the ball into play. New 35 seconds on the shot clock. Kimball came around, and there's a foul. Fisk will be called for the foul.
Was number 4, Bobby Fisk.
Now, what through that playoff was Harrington was who they were looking for to come up top above the arc on the release, and he got a little bit of a scrum trying to get free and lost his balance and went down. 3 fouls on Fisk. That's really big. He's going to come out of the basketball game right now for the Red Dragons, and they're bringing in Harrington. Now we're going to have a foul called on Kimball. No, I don't think it's on Kimball. I think it's going to be on Harrington. So Harrington called for pushing off on that play. And so there'll be some pressure in the back court now. Very small pressure, but just some pressure. And see how long it is before they're trying to crank it up here. They're only down by 8, and ball being caught up top, and they'll work it to the elbow, and that's Morin had the basketball, and he'll come back to Gillette, and he's looking to pull it back out, and yeah, open, Arrington, no. Long rebound off the long shot, comes down to Kimball. Kimball will get the ball off to Bailey, and Bailey's got nothing but open court to work with. Crosses the midcourt logo, and got to the paint, spun, and boy, pass got over to Durkee. And then he gave it right back to Bailey. 20 on the shot clock. Bailey came all the way around, up, hard shot, got it, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, off the top of the backboard glass and down and in, 49-43 now. Saints have cut the lead to 6. Lane with the catch, to give along the baseline, and the ball came out of the hands, and then it comes to Bailey. Bailey on the break, gives it off to Kimball up underneath, and Kimball on the floor running hard, got the pass from Bailey, and the bucket good, 49-45. Saints down by 4. Gillette with the basketball, and it's been a couple defensive plays that have sparked him here and cut the lead to 4. And Bailey with another defensive play. Gotta go get the ball. He'll make the steal, pick up the basketball, and bring it over the timeline. He'll set it up at three-quarter court now and bring it off to Ortega. I'm sorry, Parada, number 25, Parada. Killed the dribble, needs some help, comes back to Kimball. Kimball, no space to get that shot off, wants to penetrate, slash along the baseline, kicks it back to Bailey. 19 on the shot clock. Big trip down the floor for the Saints. Bailey up and got the reverse layup. Bailey's doing it with the steals and then with the finishes, and we got a timeout call. That's a first time tonight the Saints have put together a 6-point run. And they've cut the lead to 49-47. And take this opportunity to invite you to watch Sports Beat on Channel 15. It's been on for 12 years now, started in November of 1995. And yeah, it has sports on it, but it's the everything show. It has all kinds of different topics, so you never really know what you're going to see when you turn it on. But I will tell you, starting December 12th, it's going to be the CSJ boys basketball team, the men's basketball team, sat down with me, and we got to meet each player and the coaches. And that starts Monday at 4:30, Tuesdays at 5:30, Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. And it's like any comeback. It starts with the defense, either with takeaways or stops, or with the defensive rebound and the outlet pass. But the Saints have gotten back in this, being sparked by their point guard, number 22 out there, Rich Bailey. And yeah, took them a while to kind of find their rhythm, but it all happens with the steals, then the push, and then the basket. Easy buckets. You know that reverse layup, there's nothing easy about it, but it turned into 2 points. Then we'll have the White Birch Realty Sports Beat Player of the Game at the end of this contest. Win or lose, and we'll bring him to you. Lane will take the basketball out of bounds. Parada is going to stay on the ball, trying to deny it, yep. And they'll get the ball on Gillette, and Bailey will work against him. 49-47, Saints down 2 with plenty of time here, 13:44 to go. They want to dump it down inside to Morin, turns hook shot, no good. Rebound will be Parada, and that's his thing. He said any way he can help out, but he thinks rebounding is a strength for the team. 3-ball, Rui, no. Rebound kept alive, will come to Parada. Went out from the hands of Durkee to his teammate. Nice job by Durkee to keep the basketball alive. New 35 on the shot clock. Oh, way too long a pass to make on that diagonal. Arrington, what a late whistle. What a late whistle. The steal was made and Bailey was going the other way, and then the whistle blew and they call him for the foul.
Number 22, Rich.
That's the third team foul. And Lane will take the ball out from his bench. No, they're going on the baseline, yep. Now they call the play out here as he goes to the baseline to take the basketball out of bounds. Third foul on Bailey. Oh, he came inside, pump faked up and got it. Boy, again, it all starts with where they let him catch the basketball. He was on the blocks when he caught the ball, and it's just hard to play defense unless you're Wilt Chamberlain down there like that. Leads at 4. Parada will drive baseline. Wanted to go inside Durkee with the catch, foul, and almost got it. Durkee should be shooting a couple, the big guy from Maine. Morin with the foul called on him.
Ryan Morin.
Yeah, and there's Durkee right there. And
CSJ number 15, Zach Durkee.
Zach Durkee. That's listed as a first foul on Moore, 5th on the team. And after a long look, Durkee will be up and got it. Nice concentration by the big guy. Cuts the lead to 3, 13 minutes even to go in the second half of play. And he's too long with that one, kept alive, but taken out of there by the Red Dragons. You're watching Munger Vision on PEGTV, public access television, channel 15 Sports. Ortega getting set to check back in for the Fighting Saints. Arrington with the ball, they'll come up top, and they want to go down inside to Moore, tipped away, taken away, long outlet pass will come down to Carmo. He's going to launch, wait, and didn't get the shot. Oh, he did everything but make the bucket. Drew the foul. And that foul's going to be on Latino. So Rui Carmo, Rui going to the line.
Rui Carmo.
And he'll be shooting 2. That's a 6th foul. So the next foul committed by the Red Dragons will be the 1-and-1. He'll make that one, cut the lead to 51-49. Valdez, number 1, Harrington 21, and Ortega 33. Yeah, coming into the basketball game for the Saints. They got 3 sets of fresh legs in there for Coach Jim Graffam. And Rui trying to make it a 1-point ball game now. But he searched, Coach did, for a combination off the bench, and he found it there for that last run. He'll get 1 and 2 free throw shots, but that last game that just came out did a nice job of really just being gritty and tough out there. That's Fuel on the defense, number 23, and now Rui covering lane, and now he'll pressure the ball that they killed the dribble. He'll kick it back out, no shot there. He'll fake the 3 and bring it between circles to Gillette, to Lane, to Arrington. He'll pump fake, keep the basketball. They'll run the clock down to 13 seconds and pull it all the way back up to the center court logo. Reset the offense down. Valdez moving those feet defensively. Gillette pulls up, front rims it, and Rui had it. Tipped it to Harrington. He keeps it in bounds. Gets the ball. That's very agile. Gets the ball up to Valdez. He'll cross over, get to the free throw line, bounce back outside, go to Ortega to Fuel. Fuel wanted to penetrate, got sealed off. He'll spin, circle, and off balance. No, it won't happen. Again, that time, not a lot of movement around him on offense, and he had to create a shot. Here's the drive and the finish, yes. Quick basket the other way. Defense didn't get back that time. The lead will go back to 4, 53-49. Harrington to Fuel. The Saints did such a good job of coming back from 12 down, and no doubt about that one. Good look by Fuel to Rui. And a bucket will be made now. Again, a little different look in the back court. Valdez will pick up right there, not quite at the midway point of the back court. Gillette will work it over in plenty of time, beat the 10 count, get it to the elbow, and they want to isolate. Yeah, they want to come up top. They want to go down inside. There it is. There's the lob. Oh. I got to tell you, I thought Harrington had just outquicked him to the spot. No, that's a pretty good explanation. Yeah, what the official said was, what I couldn't see was he had a hold of his jersey from behind in the back, and that's a pretty sneaky move. Oh, they got beat off the inbounds play and fouled them, and the basket's good. Yeah, Fuel will be called for the foul, and a chance for a 3-point play for Latino, and he's going to the line, 55-51. Oneonta, the Red Dragons. And Kimball at the scorers table. He'll be coming in for the Saints. Along with Brian Hooks. Shot was missed. Ortega with the rebound. And Valdez with the basketball. And he'll just bring it straight up this time. I like that. He didn't mess around with it. Just brought it up against Harrington to Fuel. Up, kicks it out. Oh, Harrington. Got it! Another assist for Fuel. And Harrington makes it a 1-point game. That's his second 3 of the night. And boy, Gillette up. And I got to tell you, that was a great screen they set for Gillette, and that just opened up the shot for him. He didn't hesitate. 57-54, Oneonta with the lead. Boy, Valdez, what a shot by Ortega! Oh, the big man looking like a ballerina there, dancing on the baseline. 57-56. They want to go down inside the Latino again. Again, they're playing defense from behind, and that time a shot off the mark. Rebound. Going to be a kick, and they reset the shot clock. That's Edward Johnson, number 50 in the basketball game. Yeah, now Hook's getting to come in for the Red Dragons, and Lane will take the basketball out of bounds, and we're close enough to me to call it the midway point. 10 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Oh, that's the second time on the inbounds play. Nobody picked up the guy from the top of the key coming in. Another easy bucket on that inbounds play. They ran it off the opposite side, same results though. As Valdez will bring the ball up to Kimball. He'll catch, turn, fire, and no. Still looking to get it shot. Going ball tipped around. Comes out of the pack with it's Arrington. Arrington in the open court. Arrington's going to be fouled. Yeah. Valdez will pick up the foul, and that's going to be number 3 on Valdez and 3 on Bailey, so both point guards.
Foul whistled on number 1, Victor Valdez.
That's going to bring Bailey back in. He'll come to the scorers table with 9:46 to go in the second half of play.
Checking in for CSJ.
Yeah, and it is Valdez coming out. And that is 3 fouls on Valdez. They'll get the ball into Arrington. To Latino. Latino's been big here in the low post game. Up and got it. Again, it's where he caught the ball. He was way below the free throw line when they got him the ball. And they played defense from behind. It's tough. You've got to deny that position defensively. That's assignment number 1. Kimball will turn, and right in his face was the defender. Oh, Rui with some moves and off the glass and in. Rui Carmo. 61-58. Rui. Boy, if he can get hot. Yeah, it's a young man from Florida, number 31 I'm talking about. That was a flat shot. It didn't happen. Ortega with the rebound. He handed off to Bailey. 9 minutes even to go in the ball game. He'll bring it back to Ortega. 1 catch and right back to Bailey. Bailey wants Harrington to pop open. Did. Playing against Lane. Goes to Carmo. Carmo sets up. 3-point shot. No, it didn't happen this time. All black jerseys on the glass. And Harrington with the ball throws over the top of the fence. Kimball gambled. That opened up the floor. Oh, that was almost a moving screen right there. That looked pretty much like a fullback blocking for a tailback, and nothing on the call. 63-58 with 8:39 to go. Saints have slipped now to a 5-point deficit. So full timeout taken. Coach Jim Graffin's, of course, the head coach of CSJ, and Chad Bliss, former player at CSJ. There he is right there with the nice threads on and stuff. He's the assistant coach. Mark Benetanis is the athletic director. And again, you can see more Saints men's and women's basketball action on Channel 15. And best way to figure out how that's going to happen and figure out when days it's going to be on, what time. Well, one way is to go to the website, PEGTV.com. You got to put all the W's in front of it, www.pegtv.com. And the weekly schedule is on there for you to look at for not only Channel 15, but Channel 20 and Channel 21 also. You can also just look at the Rutland Herald and their TV listings, and they'll have Channel 15 listed from 7 o'clock on in the evening. All the programming. Channel 8, the TV Guide channel, also lists Channel 15 programming. So another way is Tom Leipold's bulletin board, his award-winning bulletin board. Throughout the cycle of the bulletin board, they also put the schedule in for the week. But yeah, that was a timeout taken with 8:39 to go. It's a good timeout taken, actually, because the momentum had started to build back up toward the Red Dragons. It's going to be Harrington in the backcourt, number 21, along with Bailey, number 22, and they are right there in their white uniforms. And last-minute discussions before they bring the ball into play. No pressure in the backcourt right now. Now Gillette's starting to walk toward Bailey, and he'll pick him up just about 3/4 of the way up that midcourt stretch. Bailey will casually pick the ball back up after it got away from him, and he wants to go to Rui, but he's being shadowed now. And that isolate. 5-second call. Yeah, I was waiting. 5-second call after a timeout. And one thing there, I don't know if they expected him to be shadowing Rui to the point where he had nowhere to go with the basketball. So they need to pick up some defense. Some more defensive stops, or at least get some defensive rebounds. And they've spent a lot of energy catching up, and that's Gillette. Gillette's been quite a leader out there, number 10 for the Red Dragons. Bailey on him, and Bailey will force him out between circles, top of the arc. They kill the dribble. They'll swing the ball over to Fisk. Fisk playing with the 3 fouls, and Gillette wants to go down again. Yeah, look where he's catching the ball again. He'll miss the turnaround. Rebound will be taken over by the Saints. They'll lose it as it was knocked out of their hands. And that'll be a new 35 on the shot clock for the Red Dragons. That's Walsh in the ball game, number 15. for the Red Dragons. First time I've seen him come in tonight. Fisk catches, fires, and still hot. Still red hot. Three-pointer for Fisk. Came all the way from the right elbow to the top of the arc off a screen. Nobody rotated defensively. And the nice thing about Fisk is he doesn't have to square up to hit it. He can catch and shoot. Rui up. Rui got it. And Carmo's starting to heat up here in the second half. Don't know what the point total is for Rui, but it's certainly much more here in the second half than he had in the first half. 6-point lead for the Red Dragons. 7 minutes to go in the basketball game. Rui coming out to play defensively. That's Carmo defensively on, again, nice cut off the baseline, and no. Offensive rebound and a foul called, and Kimball called for the foul. Kimball called for the foul, and that's going to send the Red Dragons to the line, and it'll be Kevin Walsh taking the shot, number 15.
Shooting the 1-and-1, number 15, Kevin Walsh.
Yeah, it's a 1-and-1, and we'll see if their free throw percentage gets better here in the second half, and yes, it did there. Remember, both teams really struggled from the line in the first half of play, but they'll get that shot to drop. 67-60, the Red Dragons. Gets them both. Walsh cans them. That's so. Bailey being isolated against Gillette now, and Gillette's just done a good job on both ends of the floor. Boy, he killed the dribble. Kimball pops out, gets the basketball. It's all alone for the three, and just can't find it tonight. Can't find his range. Rui Carmo will kick it out. Bailey fakes, wants to go down inside to Ortega, can't get the finish. Hangs on the rim, batted around. Kimball will have it, gets a handle on it, comes off to Bailey. He'll fake the shot, drive inside, create contact, no whistle. Ortega up, and no. Rui had it, lost it. Gillette will get it, all that action. No whistle, we got an injured player. Oh boy, looks like a high ankle sprain right here, but it'd be bringing Valdez back in off the bench, and he'll go back to the point for Bailey, and Bailey needs a hand, and that's going to bring Mike Dorian, the all-world trainer, out, and he'll assist Bailey. And Loomis coming in also, number 24 for the Fighting Saints. Yeah, Bailey being looked at, and I don't believe we'll see Bailey again tonight. By the way, he is gingerly moving on that left ankle. 8-point lead with 6 minutes to go in the basketball game. Oh, and Fisk again got room to shoot, and a rare miss by Fisk. Boy, a lot of black jerseys on the boards. Johnson came down with a new 35 on the shot clock. Up and got it. Oh, what a killer. What a killer. That was a three-pointer, and Harrington on the drive. They're going to call an offensive foul. Yeah. And there'll be no shots on that. It's a player control foul. Well, that is an 11-point deficit now for the Saints, and they need, yeah, they're going to go full court pressure, crank it up a little bit. They need turnovers. They need stops. They need to find another run in them here. They get the ball in bounds. They'll pull the press off. They'll leave Valdez against Gillette in the back court. And Gillette gets it to Johnson. He wants to go inside. There's the cut by Fisk to catch. Too far into the basket. And, boy, got called travel, yeah. He had a good running start, Grimes did, but he got called for the foul. And right now, the Saints will have a free pass. It looks like at least the midcourt stripe. Warren at the scores table, number 44, getting set to check in for the Red Dragons. Valdez will stop at the elbow, bring it to Loomis. His pass back, picked up. No, out of bounds, out of bounds. It's going to come back. Loomis, yeah. His pass back was a little soft, and it got almost picked off. Yeah, so Harrington and company got to take care of that basketball down 11. They're to the point now where you start. Yeah, you got to start counting possessions now with that shot clock. They're getting limited amount of possessions. You start looking at the clock and stuff, and they need to make some buckets here. Valdez and Gillette, and I got to tell you, Gillette has done a good job against all the point guards tonight. Ortega thought about the three, put it on the floor, couldn't beat the man on the dribble. Loomis with that left-handed launch of his, no. Yeah, a couple three-pointers in the first half, and that was a 1 and out with 5 minutes even to go in the basketball game. You're watching CSJ basketball on PEGTV on Munger Vision. Rui gambled, didn't come up with it. And Grimes will be off the mark. Ortega able to get the rebound, wants to find the guard, outlets to Valdez. Now that time down the floor, that looked like a poor shot selection. As far as the Red Dragons go, Ortega, no. Rebound will come down to Loomis. He'll pull it back out, open for the three-pointer, no. Rebound, Rui bumped, and yeah, he's going to the line. That is the 7th foul on the Red Dragons. It's going to be the 1-1. Fisk called for the foul. That's his 4th. Yeah, so 4 on Fisk now. And that will bring Arrington back in the basketball game. Because it's the 1-1, he's going to come into the first shot. Okay, so they're just checking, making sure the official call is correct, that it's 4 fouls, not 5. And can't tell you how important free throws are right now, down 11, and they're having trouble making buckets. And Rui will switch that one, and they're going to bring Doug Childs back in the basketball game for the Fighting Saints. Now, since he didn't enter, I'm assuming he's coming in for the shooter. I'll have to wait and see here on this next shot. And no, came in and out, and Walsh will get the rebound. He'll bring it out to Gillette, and now Valdez, again, will have to body up here and put some pressure on and see if he can create some turnovers. Walsh with the ball, and they'll work back between circles with 4:24 to go in the basketball game. Well, I'll tell you what, the Red Dragons work off their screens, and yeah, he just got the screen and beat Rui Carmo to the spot, and Carmo picks up the foul from behind. And that will send Gillette to the line to shoot 2. So Fuel and Childs at the scorer's table now, both getting set to check in. Then they're going to bring out Loomis and Carmel coming out for CSJ. So they're getting some fresh legs in there with 4:19 to go, 72-61. Oneonta with a lead over CSJ, and Gillette here on this second shot, very good. Nice. And Valdez looks to the bench, gets the call, will run the play. Gotta go get the basketball, there he goes. Fuel with the catch, and of course turns around and body right on him, and he'll pull up, and boy, he got up in the air in order to pass the ball. Very fortunate to get the basketball back. Shot clock running, they never recycled it. Childs, count the basket. Major contact, and he makes the bucket, and he's going to the line trying to get the and one.
The basket by Doug Childs is good. Doug will be shooting 1.
So this could get it below 10 points. It's also the 8th team foul on the Red Dragons. 9 fouls on the Saints, as each team's coming in close to that double bonus. Now Fisk coming in with the 4 fouls or not. He's coming in for the Red Dragons. He'll take Arrington's spot. Yeah, and a different look now. They're putting a different press into play. Yeah, coach was upset. He threw the ball in bounds and crossed the inline before he released the basketball. Should have been a turnover. 73-64. Saints now extending the defense out, putting a little more pressure on Gillette. They'll come inside, the screen set by Moore, and then bring the ball down inside to Walsh. He'll turn, jump hook, got it. And again, it's a pretty shot, but he's catching the ball 5 feet from the bucket. So you've either got to deny that entry pass, or you got to push him out of the spot. Child's up underneath, no good. Not enough English on the basketball. Saw the lane, took the lane, and here comes Gillette with 3:22 to go in the basketball game, and it's going to be a turnover. Now the refs looking at each other, but it was not touched. They're looking for deflection, and they won't get the call. It'll be white basketball. Yeah, and Rui Carmel coming in for Doug Childs. So Childs briefly in the game, but made a big impact with that big bucket and the free throw. Valdez to Carmel. Oh yeah, he's going to the line to shoot 2. That's 10th foul. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the 9th foul. He's shooting the 1-1.
Number 4, Bobby Fisk.
Fisk, I think, just fouled out. I think that's his 5th, yeah. So Fisk fouled out, and I'll tell you what, He's unofficially got to be the leading scorer. The guy was just bombing threes, and he has, head coach now has 30 seconds to make a substitution, or 20 seconds, they just said. So he's going to use it like a timeout. It's very smart, very good coaching here. And again, we'll just reset, 75-64. Red Dragons with the lead. It's 3:11 to go in the second half of play. And one of the top scorers, number 4, Bobby Fisk, has just fouled out of the basketball game. Okay, so now I'm waiting to see who they brought in. Yeah, Arrington coming back in the basketball game, number 3. He'll take the spot of Fisk, and we'll go back to the line now. And the Saints, again, it's imperative that they knock down these free throws.
Shooting a 1-and-1 for the Fighting Saints, number 31, Rui Carmo.
Watch out, fellas.
He'll get the first one, which means he'll get a second chance now. Cut the lead to 10, a chance to cut it below double digits. Again, long way to go, 3:11 to go in this basketball game. And that's a little strong, and a nice box out by Moore. And no chance for Harrington to get the rebound on that box out. And Gillette wanted to penetrate, worked off the screen, came all the way back to the top of the arc, goes to the right elbow, snaps the pass off on his side. And you see Rui coming out. Again, they're going to use a lot of the shot clock now with less than 3 minutes to go in the basketball game. They're going to make each possession go to 35 if they can, and that's going to be off the rim. Carmo with the rebound. They're coming with Valdez. Valdez, front court. Valdez, far side. Gives it off to Harrington. Nice catch. He wants to drive, and he'll swing it over, and Fuel got it! Three-pointer for Fuel! Again, great execution on the passing play. 75-68. Ball to the front court to Walsh. She hold on to it, and they look for the trailer, and there's the catch, and they'll go up with it, and oh, it did not happen. The tip didn't happen. The putback didn't happen. And they're going to get the ball 3 different times. Now they'll pull it out with 2:09 to go, and now they'll run the weave up top and run time off the clock. Carmo almost got the steal on Moore, and he'll spin, and I'll tell you, that was a big step for a no travel call. Open and got it. Nothing but twine. Yeah, and they took the shot clock down. There's the steal, and that could be the ball game. It's at 77-68. And yeah, got the foul. Yeah, coming through, he got fouled. That's going to stop the clock with 1:43. And 2 shots coming up for Moore. And
on the line, shooting 2 for the Red.
the Harrington got the foul.
Ryan Moore.
So looking to make it a 10-point lead, and Warren will be up and got it. Boy, nice touch on the shot. Wow. Arc and spin and nothing but net. Gets them both. Pushes the lead back to 11 at 79-68, and Valdez, yeah, he'll pick the basketball up. Now the clock will start, and Harrington on him, riding them all the way up, and fast will come out, and Harrington got it. I have him as unofficially with 4 threes, 79-71. Saints down by 8. And there's the foul in the backcourt. Rui will pick up the foul, and 2 shots the rest of the way tonight for the Red Dragons. Well, if they don't get the steal on the inbounds pass or the 5 count, there's really no alternative other than to make the quick foul. Yeah, Mike Grimes at the line. The front end of 2 shots here, and 1:25 on the clock, and that is the 4th foul on Carmo, and that's going to be front rim. So, big thing here is if he does miss it, got to get the rebound. How many times you see that happen? Teams just lose concentration or whatever, or relax, and they'll miss the shot and not get the defensive rebound. Like this, yep. What a break for the Red Dragons. They missed the shots, kept the ball alive, and they can pull it out and burn. That's going to be it for Rui. That's going to be 5 fouls. Yeah, he had to foul him, so they would burn the clock out. So. Yeah, so Rui will sit down for the night. Good effort But it just was one of those things where he was on the man and had to make a decision, let the clock tick down, or create the foul. And yeah, they'll have 20 seconds here left to make a decision on who they're going to bring in the basketball game. It's going to be Ortega. No, Parada coming in. So Oscar, 25, coming back in the ball game. Oscar Parada. Again, it's an 8-point game with 1:16 to go. They got what they wanted last time in the missed free throws, but then they couldn't get the rebound. So that's a made shot, pushing it to 80-71. Lead at 9, looking to push it back to 10, and it will be off the mark. Rebound will come down to Ortega. He'll find Parada. Parada's going to bring it in the front court himself. Fakes the inside, takes it to the outside, kills the dribble, and takes the shot himself. A little off the mark. Rebound by Harrington. He'll throw it back to Ortega. Oh, Oscar moving to the basket. We'll get a timeout called by CSJ. Full timeout being taken. 80-73 with 61 seconds to go in the basketball game. So as the Saints timeout, down 7, 61 seconds to go, and they're going to go long ball, and oh, just missed Fuel, and it's been that kind of night. It was just almost a steal, ends up being 2 points, 58 seconds to go, 82-73. Valdez back to Fuel, nowhere to get the shot off. He'll put it up anyways, and it'll be off the mark. Long rebound, and travel called, yeah. Grimes called for the travel. The ball will go back to the Saints, and Harrington will get the basketball back right in front of his bench and come up to Valdez. Valdez will make the catch, go up for the shot, and no. Rebound, and it was Grimes who got it. He'll go to Gillette, and there's the foul by Childs, and that's going to stop the clock with 38 seconds to go in the basketball game. And White Birch Realty player of the game is going to be Tyler Harrington, number 21 for the Saints. Again, he started off hot. Remember, he had 5 points very quickly in the basketball game. He hit, I believe, unofficially 4 threes. And had a bunch of rebounds out there. And there goes Gillette up and got it. Makes it a 10-point game at 83-73. And he'll get the second shot to go. So 11-point lead in Valdez. You might wonder why he's doing that, because when he touches the ball is when the clock will start. Now it'll start. Childs up, and no. Front rim, and comes down, and it'll come down to Grimes. He'll go to Gillette, and with 27 seconds to go, the Saints look like they're going to let the clock run down. I don't see any fouls being attempted here yet. 20 seconds to go in the basketball game, and Oneonta, the Red Dragons, are going to come in and win this ball game. And I tell you, the Saints made a couple nice runs, and they're going to dribble the timeout, and it's going to become an 84-73 win for the Red Dragons. And if you see me come back, that will be because I have the player of the game, and if you don't, there's the final score.
And that's the end of the ball game. Final score.
Harrington, how you doing? You're CSJ's player of the game. You got the shirt from White Birch Realty.
Thank you.
It's always tough to talk after a loss, but you just come in. One of the biggest problems tonight, you said it was?
Turnovers. Turnovers definitely killed us. We can't be making any excuses for ourselves right now. We are in the 6th game of the season, and a lot of these kids, a lot of them started last year, so we can't be making any excuses, but turnovers definitely killed us tonight.
Well, but I gave you player of the game because you started off, you hit 5 points in the first couple minutes. Yeah, I think you had 4 threes unofficially. You seem to hit them at the right time. You're trying your best. Never seem to get into a rhythm as a team, though. A lot of that is their defense. Is that the way you felt the game going also?
Yeah, and we did not move the ball like we would like to. Coach, we try to put some things in that would change it, switch a couple of us around different positions, but obviously we got to do something a little bit different to help us, and turnovers definitely hurt.
Johnson State's coming up. You get a couple days off. As a player, how long do you dwell on tonight? When do you start getting ready for the next game?
We're starting tomorrow right in the weight room. Get a little bit bigger. These guys, they physically outbeat us tonight, and that's one thing that we definitely can't let happen. we cannot let that happen against us because we are a strong team.
Okay, oh, we know you are, and we want people to get down, fill up this gym. We need some more fans cheering for us.
Exactly.
Thought, teams played hard, they played as well as they can, a lot of time left in the season to correct things, and I can't wait to see you play Johnson State. And again, you're White Birch Realty Player of the Game, okay?
Thank you, appreciate it.
No problem. I'll grab your mic though, okay?
All right.
Thank you, sir.